and welcome back. It's now time for round 2 of this Lowing of August. I am Pat again with Serena. This time it's time to watch Calamari Clash going against Hurricane.
I'm very excited to see this match. I'm especially excited to see not just more gameplay, but us finally playing the best mode in the game, Rainmaker. And if I'm not wrong, we are starting off on Rainmaker, Manta Maria specifically, which is very much exciting to see. This map is very interesting. What are your thoughts on this map, Pat?
This map always keeps me on my toes. Because you have that flank route to the side that you always have to take care about, but you can't defend everywhere at once. You have to be ready to rotate incredibly fast depending on what your opponent is doing and how many players you have left on the map. On this map, especially on Rainmaker, you have to constantly pay attention, be ready to throw yourself forward in the right direction, and if you get it wrong, you get splatted very, very fast. If you get it right, though, you can get a KO also very, very, very fast.
Yeah, and of course, on the topic of flanks, we saw two wipers last set, and wipers love flanking, so I do wonder if we will continue to see wiper as it has become much more prevalent in today's meta. And honestly, I think it's incredible on this map. So I'm very excited to see if we will see more wiper, of course, but just in general, I'm very excited to see how these teams play on this map as we get right into round 2.
Well, no wiper, but we get a decapitator on the side of Hurricane, giving us still some Splatoon action, Serena, as we're going to see. I love to see a Nautilus coming for Calamari Clash. Nautilus is such a good weapon, gives you so much control, and in the right hands can do a lot of damage to your opponents.
Yeah, and we do see unexpectedly the Splattershot Pro, just the base Splattershot Pro, probably one of the least used crab tank options in this game. But Slurpoke showing us that it's definitely got potential. Find a pick before this, not able to find 2 on them and immediately negate the use of that crab, trying to say no, there is a reason that weapon is not used, and they will be claiming getting a wipeout with that to continue pushing forward.
Yeah, right now, Calamari Clash are getting the splats. They almost got the KO, but Hurricane able to wake up, able to get back in the game, deny it. They still need to pop the Rainmaker. The Rainmaker is popped by the Calamari Clash, but Inkjet is going to be key. This Inkjet really needs to get some control. It's going to work for Hurricane. Calamari Clash has to jump away. Very nice jump. They got a lead to 5 in the first minute and a half. And now Calamari Clash needs to get back, needs to get a lot of control. And they have to take their time. They have to take more and more control. And the Nautilus is doing the right job right now, but gets counter in time. All of Hurricane is back into the fight.
Yeah, but they continue to struggle with this Knot and this Tri-Slosher, both putting on insane pressure, making it really hard to fight anywhere where there's grates or where there's a height difference. It just becomes really hard to fight with weapons. And even just on flat terrain, Nautilus is excellent, and it shows right here as the Nautilus was able to find another double. Just double after double for this Nautilus. An insane performance. Yeah. They pull it all the way back to 6, around 10 this time though, but not quite able to push it any further, as the bubble will go down and so will the Rainmaker as they get ready to push back into mid with the strikes and the cooler.
Yeah, it's as you said, every time the camera goes to the Nautilus gets a double on right now. Right now, Hurricane is still struggling to get out of this one. He's just struggling to get some control. They are on to mid, but the pop again goes for the Calamari Clash as Hurricane is with the Crab Tank and the Jetpack still fighting simply for control over mid. Calamari Clash dancing around them, waiting a bit. Oh, they lost a few players though. This could be the opportunity. But Hurricane has been waiting for. They only need to just grab a little bit more, have things going.
Yeah, and we do see as Nebu pops his cool that Calamari Clash is still trying hard to hold on to mid. Oh, but with I don't know if I can say that on screen. With Kong getting that double kill, they are able to start pushing back in, tight finding one as well. The bubble is all they have left, or well, the bubble, crab, and splashdown all being used. They've burned all their specials.
Yeah.
And they're still struggling to hold on to mid, but it seems like they're finally finding their way back.
Yeah, it's as you said, Hurricane are using their specials simply to be into mid, simply to keep the fight going into mid. Calamari Clash are waiting, are preparing the next push. They want a little bit more. With 40 seconds left, Hurricane needs to go forward. They don't have a checkpoint yet, and Nebu with a Tri-Slasher gets another trade. The Decapitator still in that fight, going around, and has to move back all of Calamari Clash, maintaining their presence into me, making sure that Hurricane can never get any momentum.
Yeah, but with those strikes, two go down, but it's just those two problem members we discussed earlier, the Tri-Slosher and the Nautilus left. The Tri-Slosher will go down, it's just the Nautilus, but the Nautilus is able to find a pick on the Rainmaker, and with that, they're not able to get overtime. And that will be game one going to
Calamari Clash.
Yes.
Yeah. And in that final push, Hurricane were able to get 3 down onto Calamari Clash, but a single bomb on the Rainmaker really stopped things in its track, made sure that no push would happen. Calamari Clash constantly having a player to maintain the fight, to not let Hurricane get out of mid. Very nice control over the whole game, and especially in Rainmaker, where a single mistake can lose you everything. Really, Calamari Clash took full control, made sure that they decided where the game was happening, and now they are up 1-0, going... Remember, it's a play all three. We are now going into Robo-Roman for zones.
Yeah, and this map is... We already saw Tri-Slosher putting up wondrous numbers there, but this map is also an incredible map for all buckets, which means that Hurricane has to find some way to counter that. We did see earlier how Kong was able to find picks on the Tri-Slosher very easily, but I don't know if they can. I don't know how well they'll be able to continue that. What really shocked me though is that because this is low ink, that username that Kong has is not an alias. This person committed to having that. They committed that to having that for a month. That is.
Oh, and I'm getting. Sabrina, I'm getting confirmation in my ear that we are allowed to say these nuts on stream.
Okay, cool. We are allowed to say these nuts Kong. So yes, I am just shocked that they committed having these nuts Kong as their username for a month.
But one thing to note, Serena, is that on this map, I feel like this is a good map for the Splattershot Pro. They have the range, having the crab tanks is always a good move on there with this wide open space into the middle. And without wasting a second, it's going to be an opening for Hurricane, getting that first control. As I say that, Calamari Clash answering, putting a big bubbler onto the map and trying to get in there, get a bit more fights.
Yeah, and we see the splash on coming out. We see just Calamari Clash being able to push up onto the enemy team's elbow, Hurricane's elbow area here. But it does not seem like they're able to hold it, as they're able to not only retake it, but use Crab to try and take Calamari Clash's.
Yeah, right now Hurricane able to defend pretty well, keep the opponent at bay with that inkjet. They took the control over the zone, and now they have the big control. Calamari Clash waiting for their specials, waiting for the opportunity to move forward. They already got one on the decapitator, but they have to dodge the strikes, and now they have to start the push. The Reef Slider is going to be enough to get control over the zone, as Zach is dancing around with the Tetras. Tetras in the right hand can do a lot, and a bit more for Calamari Clash, staying in control, keeping the lead, and keeping the zone.
Yeah, but with members going down on Calamari Clash, they struggle to keep a consistent hold of zone, so they just keep on going for splashdowns, going for reef sliders, trying to capture this zone, and honestly, I don't know how long they can hold that. They will be able to hold on to it for just a bit longer, as they're able to add to the penalty of Hurricane just a bit more, get picks on Hurricane just a bit more, and hold on just a bit longer here.
Yeah, both teams still fighting for that zone. Nebu with a tri-slasher getting one, hunting for the other, but gets punished. 2 down onto Calamari. Hurricane looking to get the zone back, maybe? Oh, wait! Oh, wait!
That is a disconnect. And now, I don't know if they know that they can replay, which means I think they're going to be playing out this 4v3. Which means
we're halfway through the game. We're past halfway through the game.
Yeah,
I don't think we can. It happened
before
before.
the halfway mark.
Okay, it happened right before the halfway point, which means they'd be allowed, but right now teams are still fighting for that zone. Calamari Clash want to keep their lead, but they need to apply penalty over and over. They're not allowed, they're not able to do it. Nebu is going to be punished, and with a crab tank, that's a triple, that's a wipe out. Oh, what a way to fall down for Calamari Clash right now.
Yeah, and now with the lead gone, everybody knows how unbelievably hard it is to try and take a lead back in a 3v4 situation. But they're looking like they might be able to do it, finding 2 picks very early on, getting in with this splashdown, chasing down all the members, just able to put on insane pressure. But no, the try will fall. They have only a few points to go to get the lead back. It seems like they're able to do it. They might be able to win this 3v4.
Calamari Clash not stopping her with a big bubbler in front of the crab tank to delay a little bit more. It's not stopping. Hurricane still struggling to paint the zone. Nebu with a tri-slasher, surviving and forcing this triple ink strike simply to take the zone. Calamari Clash are still in that game, but they have 45 more long seconds to hold, as all of Hurricane is still fighting for that zone. There's not much more penalty. Calamari Clash needs another miracle to get back onto the zone. Mantis with the splashdown, not able to capture with it, is going to give lots of ground. It's just Bug with Virginia Bug is splatted. That's a delayed wipe. Nebu trying to run in, but it's too late. Nebu just fighting till the very end. I mean, kudos to Calamari Clash for fighting the way they did, but in the end, it wasn't enough. It was just not enough by a hair. Hurricane gets the 1-1.
Yeah, and that disconnect is really unfortunate. But just seeing how they put up so much pressure, even without their 4th player, was just insane. Like, they were able to just keep zone, get the lead back somehow in a 3v4, and yet they just barely were not able to do enough.
That's so unfortunate for Calamari Clash because they are showing strength. They've showed incredible plays. They've showed skills, and in low ink, we're in the Swiss format. It doesn't matter. Even if they win the next game, they lost a game. That's going to cost them in the Swiss format in terms of placement. They they still have to win the next game. They still have to stay in the room as we are going for the final game of this set. That's going to be Clan Blitz on Barnacle and Dime. I mean, I hope Katamari Clash can get their head back in and focus to win this next one, honestly.
Yeah, and I will say um I do think that the only real of course, disconnect is tragic and it always sucks to lose to one. However, there is one benefit. It's a benefit for the fans because we get to see a intense game 3. I am very hyped. We will be going to Clambless, Barnacle, and Dime, which is historically a very good app for Splatlings, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong, actually. But Nautilus is a good weapon. Nautilus is very strong of a weapon, and so is Heavy Edit Splatling. So it's a very good... So it's not specifically a good map for them, but they are good weapons.
Yeah, Sabrina, it's a good map for range. And there, we've seen the Nautilus, the Heavy Edit, and the Plaspada Shot Pro being the weapons with the most range on here. These are the weapons that are going to shine. These are the weapons that the other team will want to shut down to make sure that they don't get the control, because these are the weapons that control Barnacle and Dime. It's all about range, and finding a way to push yourself under the opponent's basket. As we say that, not much change in terms of composition. Both teams bringing back what they've been playing so far. Zach is bringing a 52 gal. That wall will be very, very useful to keep themselves alive against the range of the Heavy Edit and the Pro.
Yeah, and we will see D's Nutskong trying to go in and find a pick. Not quite able to, but despite the one-member down situation they found themselves in, they're still able to hold on a little bit and just keep on trying to get specials and trying to find a way in, as similarly Calamari Clash will try to find picks, and with that both teams will go 2 members down, but Calamari Clash is able to find the delayed or almost delayed wipe, but D's Nutskong able to jump in, start causing trouble, and it's just now a tough one for their class.
Very nice trade right there. The Decapitator staying there, keeping the fight rate, allow the rest of the team to get back in there. As I said, that Calamari Clash is going in, getting all the clams in the basket with a wipeout, and this is Calamari Clash in control now with the Nautilus in a high position, looking to simply defend, keep the rest of the team in position. They have the time to get back for the clams. Buck has 7 clams, could make a super clam, and is going to get to 24. Serena, Calamari Clash are on fire right now. They want that victory.
Yeah, they really do. They pushed past 30 in their first push, showing how much they know for a fact that if they can hold their own and nearly win in a 3v4, they definitely can take it in a 4v4. And, you know, we're seeing it. Like, they're putting up insane pressure. These specials all coming out. They only go 1 down to the crab, able to still hold on to their plat. And now it's an even numbers yet again, despite the specials being used on each side.
Yeah, Hurricane has a lot to do. Calamari Clash keeping that fight in. They activate their specials simply to keep that fight going, as all of Hurricane are struggling to collect clams. They don't have clams at the ready, and they have 2 players down. That's going to be another push for Calamari Clash, who are going onto their opponent's snipe. Oh! Very nice triple ink strikes right there. I believe that's by Silver. That's going to allow all the rest of Hurricane to get back in there. This time they have the clams, they have the numbers. It's their turn to put themselves in position and get the push. All they're waiting for is the one opportunity to open that basket as Calamari Clash is struggling to defend. Basket is open and 3 down. It looks like Hurricane is getting in and finding the answer finally.
Yeah, that Fizzy Bomb able to find one on these Nuts Kong, but does not seem like he'll be able to hold this top left section. But can they keep the basket open? They need to find clams. They aren't able to. The basket will close, and now that is terrible for Hurricane, as they're just cut short on this push. But still, a push to 48, very strong. They will be able to take lead back very soon.
Yeah, as we say that Calamari Clash is back onto mid, back into that fight, preparing their specials, preparing their clams. They are in their Mantis with a splashdown, is going to get the splats, lots of splats going, as the Decapitator is still not enough for the fight. A lot down on each side, both teams back to the drawing board, preparing the next things, but it looks like at least Hurricane managed to keep their Super Clam in the process. Going into that last minute, they're going to need that Super Clam if they want to get back in the game. Nebu activating the Tacticular, and more fights into mid. Silver has to move back to save a little bit of time for the rest of the team, as Calamari Clash is simply cleaning up the fight in mid right now.
Yeah, but as you say that, yet again, Commentators Curse strikes as Hurricane finds yet another on the Tri-Saucer. That's no cooler now for the enemy team, for Calamari Clash. And now it's very close fight. They just need to make a ball, and they will be able to take the lead back here. Just a few clams past the D-Nutsong, but no, D-Nutsong goes down while clams are being passed to them. They cannot seem to make a ball, and that will be the set going to Calamari Clash.
Yeah, Calamari Clash, their push was bigger. Both teams had one single push onto the basket. But Calamari Clash getting a bit more splats, getting control of the position, and allowing themselves to go back for clams without letting the basket close is really what gave them the victory in that game. But that game 3 was very much a close one. Calamari Clash dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, and as this ends, we will be going into a break while we wait for round 3 to start. We will be back.